Welcome everyone. I'm extremely happy to welcome you to this DDBA research course, and this course will be about entrepreneurial decision making. So before going into the topic, I would like to give you a little bit about my background. I have some professional experience both as a database analyst marketing as well as being an entrepreneur in IT. And I did my PhD at Paris Dauphine University as well as Georgia State University, so dual PhD, very interesting program. And my research evolved from IT turnover to entrepreneurship. So right now I'm extremely interested into entrepreneurial intuition as well as entrepreneurial decision, intuition being part or one of the way entrepreneurs will make decisions. So a quick introduction on that topic, and I would like to highlight that this topic is extremely fragmented in the literature. So we have a lot of different research that has been done and they need to be brought back. So therefore, that's one of the characteristics we need to take into consideration when we look at this research. The other characteristic is the characteristic of entrepreneurship itself, where it's a specific context of uncertainty, ambiguity, time pressure, emotional intensity, and/or high risk. So this very specific context necessitates a very customized, specific way of looking at the decision-making models. So the general structure of the course, we're going to see different sections, and the section will be organized as a synthesis of the literature, state of the art, what the literature has said so far. In some section, we're going to discuss a specific research piece, such as some research that has been published or some more qualitative research which are difficult to synthesize into a meta-analysis. And finally, we're going to discuss some future research. So we are extremely lucky because Sheffert and al. 2015 published a beautiful piece of research which is thinking about entrepreneurial decision making, review and research agenda. So it took all the literature that has been published, or almost all, and brought them into one big model. This model is here. So if we quickly describe this model, we have the decision maker, which is right here, which is in an environment and has some entrepreneurial activities. And from there, four main types of decision making or in an entrepreneurial context can be looked at. The first one will be opportunity assessment decision. The second one, entrepreneurial entry decision. The third one will be the decision regarding the exploitation of the opportunities. And finally, the decision regarding the exit, selling the company, going back to being employed. All those decisions need to be understood under the umbrella of the heuristics and biases in the decision-making process. So when you don't have enough information, where you are in a period of uncertainty, what do you do with it? And heuristics are extremely powerful tools to look at it. The decision maker has some characteristics. So this is a characteristic of the entrepreneurial decision maker we're going to discuss, as well as the environment in which the decision maker makes those decisions. So if we summarize the agenda for this course, we're going to first look at the characteristic of the entrepreneurial decision maker. That's an interesting question, and that's why we're going to start with it, to have an overview. Then we'll go to opportunity assessment decisions, entrepreneurial entry decisions, and in the entrepreneurial entry decision, we'll discuss a research my colleague and I have published on IT entrepreneurial turnover and entrepreneurial epiphanies. So we're going to look at it, discuss some future research. Then we'll move to decision about exploiting opportunities, heuristic and bias, so explaining how the overconfidence or the lack of research or analytical research or the lack of business plan in the mind of the person can trigger positive and negative effects on the outcome for the company. 6, we're going to look at the entrepreneurial exit decision. And finally, we're going to conclude. So thank you for staying with me, and I hope you're going to have a great time.